Hello, fellow bytecoders. Today, we're going to be doing something different. We're going to be doing a project. What kind of project? A calculator. Really simple. Um, we decided that, we could have all those lessons and you can watch all those lessons and you could do them again and again and again. But the best practice is always making projects. So let's get started with this project. Let me tell you the concepts of this project. We're going to be doing input statements. We're going to be getting the user's inputs to whatever number they want, what operation they want, and then from there, doing that actual operation, and then lastly, outputting their result. And it shouldn't take long. But the point of this video is to understand how you design a project, right? So at first, the first step I just did was create a rough draft of the thing. Okay, I'm gonna make a method, and that method is gonna contain all the input statements, right? And then I'm gonna have another method that's have addition, just getting the operands, right? And then just doing the operation itself. That's pretty simple. And basically, we're gonna write that method 4 different times. It's just a different operator. Right? So, oh, I'm sorry, operation, not operator. And it's going to be addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. And then in the end, it'll just output the result. Doesn't sound too hard once you break it down. Now let's actually do the coding. So let's get started. First method, let's call this start calculator. Yep. Let's now put a space there. That doesn't make sense. Start calculator. And we're going to have in here, we're going to have result. So we're gonna have the input. We're gonna tell the people, the user, we're gonna say, okay, hello, welcome to the bytecode calculator. Calculator. Uh, let's not make that an input. I just realized. Let's make that a print statement because we don't want it to input anything there. So hello, welcome to the bytecode calculator. Let's what's the first number you want? Okay, something like that. Answer. Actually, we can just put number 1 equals input to whatever they want. So, what number will you be choosing? Right? And then make sure to cast it into an integer because remember, we're getting the input returns a string. So even if we put a number here, we're going to have to cast it into an int. Really simple. We just, whoop, that is not the right parentheses. We do this, we do that, bada bing, bada boom. Then we do, okay, number 2. And we're going to say, remember to cast it again, right? Input, what will be your second number? Because you can't have an operation without 2 numbers, right? And then we can say, what operation, right? Operation equals int. No, we don't need that to cast that into an integer. We need that as a string, actually, right? So we can say input, and we can say, what is the operation. And just what is the operation? We could just do that. Okay. So that's the print statement, number, blah, blah, blah. All right, cool. So now each variable has its own thing, right? Integer, another integer, and then the actual operation. So let's do the actual method where we will be choosing. Actually, let's make that above here. We need to make sure that the method's called above the actual start calculator. So we can say um, set up calc. Let's do that to set up the actual calculator, right? So we'll get number 1 and we'll get number 2. Remember, these are local variables, right? Number 1, number 2 operation is going to be local variables to this definition only. And then operation. If it was a global variable, then it would be a separate, logic, but we're not doing that. So setup calc, we're going to say, we're going to do if operation dot lower, right, equals to, we'll say add, right? Then we're gonna make a method. We're gonna call. Let's make the methods. We're gonna be copying and pasting a lot, so we'll do add, right? And make sure if you're not gonna put anything in it, just put pass so that it doesn't give that error. It's gonna be a lot. So add pass Uh, pass. A lot of copy and paste and pass. Okay, so it's gonna be subtract. Subtract. This is gonna be multiply. You know, and then last but not least, divide. I was gonna put division, but that's way too long of a word. Even though, whatever, we just don't want to put division. All right, so let's do if the operation dot lower equals to add, right? Then I want you to do add, and then get number one and number two, right? I want you to add that. Really simple. Now we're gonna be doing this a lot, so let's do this, and then we'll do that. Let's do an else if, right? Else if operation lower equals subtract. And then we do, instead of add, we'll do subtract, right? And then, actually, let me copy this down because there's the else if already. So, else if the operation lower is to multiply, right? Then I want you to do multiply. Else if, let's do another else if. Why am I doing that if I could just copy and paste? We do divide. Then I want you to divide. Right? And it's going to take these parameters of number one, number two, and we're going to keep these parameters, and we're going to put them in each method. Add's going to have number one, number two, that's in that, and that's in that. Very simple. Now, once we have that, oh, let's do an else. We could say uh, invalid print. No, we could put that as an input result. No, just print it. Invalid, because we don't need an input here because we're just trying to say if you didn't choose any of these, then I want you to restart it and it will be set up calc again. Invalid operation. Choose a valid operation, right? So this will be the input. And we're gonna call it result. Result equals input of this, and then we'll do setup calc number one, number two, and then result. That should be good. Okay, let's do that, that, and that. Okay, so what we're gonna do here, we're just gonna simply just add. So number one, I want you to add number two, and I want that to be total. It's gonna make it a variable. Total equals number two. So here, what we're gonna do is gonna be very simple. We're gonna return total, and if you guys remember, you guys recall from the definition or the method tutorial, returning something means that we have to give this method a variable to pass it to, right? So we can say answer equals this, right? Let's call it answer one. No, we could call it answer because it's only for each specific if else or else if. So we could just put answer for each and every single one. Answer will equal that because we're all gonna return an integer. And we need that to be the answer anyway. So let's do that. Return total. So let's copy and paste this. It's going to be that return total. Instead of adding, it'll be subtracting. Let's take care of that pass. Then do multiply. Do again. We're going to multiply that. That's the asterisk. Asterisk? Is that how you say it? I'm not sure. Divide it. Right? Return total. Pass. Delete that. We don't need that anymore. Add, subtract, multiply. Okay, we're good here. So that's done. So last but not least, then we can say print a answer to, and then we need to make sure that it's a string because it's all integers. So let's cast into a string. And okay, we got problems. Unused variable number one, number two. Oh, duh. I didn't put it in setup calc, did I? Set up calc, and then we're gonna do number one, and we're gonna do number two, and then we're gonna do operation. All right, because these are the parameters used for this method. And then last but not least, let's do start calculator. Let's see, no problems, no problems. Let's move the terminal to the right side so we can see it. And let's print. Hello, welcome to the bytecode calculator. What number will you choose? Okay, let's go number 5. What will be, let's go 10. What is the operation? Add. 15. That is insane. All right, let's do another one. Let's do 6 and then 8. And then we'll do subtract. -2. Amazing. All right, let's do another one. Let's do you know what? Let's go a big number. Let's go 100 and then 50. And we're going to do multiply. 5,000. Even better. Okay, so let's do one more time. Make sure the divide works. And let's do 600. And then we'll do 300. And then divide 2.0. All right, cool. That is great. Oh, by the way, it did 2.0 because the dividing operation in Python and a lot of OOP programming languages like Java and C Sharp. Basically, what happens is it basically needs it needs the divide to have a decimal, right? Because if it was like 600 divided by another one, then it would like 600 divided by I don't know 299. Let's do that actually, and it would be a decimal, right? 600 and then 299 and operation divide. You can see that, well, it rounds up to the whatever the actual decimal thing is, and it basically gets that variable into a double basically by force. But yeah, that is it. Let me do one more thing. I did not check this. Let's make sure that works. Right, so let's do 500. Let's do 600, and then invalid chooses valid operation. Okay, add. I want to add. Whoa! What is going on here? Variable answer reference before assignment. Else setup calc. 500, 300, blah blah blah. Add. Okay, so we figured out a way to solve this. Can't believe I didn't think of this before. So basically, what was happening is that it was saying, "Hey, this print answer here, this thing, this print answer. When I didn't put an operation and I put it blah blah blah, what happened was that it would do it. It would give me the number, but the thing was that since it got off of the else, it still needed to print something, and answer was now even being put here. So what I did was very simple. All I did was put it in a while loop. So what I said, while true, right? I want you to keep going. Operation will be whatever the input is, right? So if I did what number would be blah 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 and blah blah blah, uh, it's gonna keep asking. It'll keep asking and it'll keep asking and it'll keep asking until I put like divide or something, and then it'll give me a number, just like that. So there you go. There you have it. This is the calculator. Very simple, right? We could run it, and then we can have any number like 50, and then you be 10, and then we do multiply, and then we do, oh, well, it's 500. Cool. And then we run it again. Let's do 600, and then 800. I don't know. Add. Just like that, 1400. And remember, if we get that operation, um, we don't put any operation and we just put random gibberish, it'll just keep asking us, then we'll say, okay, add, and then you get it. So, yeah, that was it. That was it for the mini project. We will be advancing this project more and more. This is basically part 1 of the calculator. We'll do more, we'll do more advanced things like exponents, and then we'll be doing maybe other stuff with the calculator. But yeah, and also, before I leave you guys, my fellow bytecoders, listen very closely. We're going to be doing live streams Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time and Saturdays at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. And basically, we want your guys' feedback. We want to know what you guys want. Because to be quite honest, we're getting sick of making these little mini games like Hangman and then 21, and it's just we want to make something that will benefit you guys, that you guys want. So let us know in the comments down below. Like the video, subscribe if you like what you're watching. We're gonna make more videos like this, more projects, and if you guys want to learn other languages as well, let us know. And yeah, that's it. So I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one. All right.